you still have your Grime ring?
Yeah, man, what do you think? It's 10 years old now. I made that ring 10 years ago. There it is.
Yes.
You said this is gonna take 3 hours. You guys here eating on my Sunday.
Yes.
Hurry the fuck up.
Okay. More than welcome to go do some stuff, but it would be very interesting to see you go to the post office.
Fuck you.
Do you have to go to the post office?
No, fuck you.
Why? It's just like you're every day. Anyone can go see you tattooing or sitting somewhere.
They can?
Yeah. I can go to
That sounds horrifically banal.
Alright.
Alright. Oh, fuck. I don't know. You know, you didn't tell me you wanted to look at a bunch of shit. Fuck, I don't know. There's a box of laying here. It's been sitting here for months with blood all over it. Some of it's tracing, some of it's drawings, you know. I guess some of these are tracings. Maybe there's not a lot of drawings in here. I don't know.
Why do you keep this tracing?
Oh, should I throw them away? I'll fucking sell them to people like you later.
We can just do a basic sit down now, and then we'll go rifling through everything.
Is that what you think's gonna happen?
Mm-hmm. In my mind, that's how it's gonna play out.
What kind of rifling do you intend to do? Who are these viewers?
This will probably get at least 1 million views.
Alright. I've got a garage that fits your desires.
Really? In here?
Yeah. In here. Alright. You gonna follow me then? I don't know how much of my personal life you need to have in this thing. Come on, Mr. Fucking I like to dig through shit. There's a lot of shit in here. Oh, you want this one? You gotta see this board. This board's awesome. Here we go. Here we go. This is the gem right here. Yeah, this is Mark Gonzalez's personal board from back in the day. Yeah, this is his board from when he was a kid. This thing's sick though, right? I bought that shit in the internets. I bought it fucking cheap. But yeah, Mark Gonzalez's personal board. This thing's so sick. I got this for like maybe $200. That's so stupid. The thing is so cool. I don't know why people didn't want it. They wanted original boards that were unskated. I don't see how they lost out on how cool that is, you know?
You've seen his board collection. I mean, if you look at that, and you mix that with kind of like modern tattooing and illustration work, I think that's where it all stems from. Like his style and his color schemes in tattooing. Like, for example, that biomechanical sleeve, it's like it has neon pink coming off of it. And then the majority of the color in it was kind of like a weird looking baby blue that crept into this like little organic dark umber green going into an olive sappy green. I think it based from like old school 80s skateboard graphics and all that whole skater culture back then. You know, when he was in love with that stuff. You can tell that's where he came from.
How about that?
It's nice.
This thing's fucking sick. What about this thing? This thing's a fucking gem. I love this board. This board's the shit. This one has such a good theme.
I've never even seen it.
What about this thing? Don't touch that. You can't touch this board. Go ahead.
I've never seen this color.
Yeah, it's because they made like 3 of them. From what I know for sure there's 2 of these that exist, 2. But I don't know if there's more. I got it from the guys who screened it. They were trying out some new, you know, primer and then a black coat. And the coat, like they sprayed a bunch of boards and then they came back the next morning, I think, and then they all reacted.
Yeah.
And they were like, fuck it, we'll print them anyway. And they print them anyway. This board's awesome.
Looks like Chris Cole graphic now.
No, it's not a Chris Cole graphic, dude. It's a Rodney Mullen graphic. Fucking... Did you start skating? Fucking 89?
Did you have all these boards when you were younger, or did you?
No, I had some of them, but I didn't have all of them, no, of course. I grew up in Grand Junction, Colorado.
What was your town like?
Shit.
High school was
Shit.
shitty.
Stupid.
What were you into?
Skateboarding. And punk rock. Skateboarding and punk rock.
Were you always the grime?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that a nickname?
Yeah.
Like when you went to college, did you introduce yourself as Grime?
No. I used it for my creative life, my artistic life. I don't know, I started doing graffiti when I was really young. I was paying my name. I know that I had a tag running in Junction that had my name, and next to it I wrote 1984. So I had tags running on a bridge from 84. And I don't even know why I did that, really, I mean, I know it's like a thing. People do that shit, but it wasn't like a one-time thing. Like, it's a thing that I kind of enjoyed in a weird way or wanted to do. I don't know. I think I enjoyed being creative, if you will.
Yeah.
But I didn't see a line in where to pull that creativity or how to use it, or that it was a viable thing outside, that it could be an occupation. It never occurred to me that you can be an artist as an occupation, I don't think. For a long time. I was 19, I moved to Arizona. Go to school, get out of my town. I had been there a few times, and you could skateboard a lot there. There was good skateboarding there, and there was a lot of year-round skateboarding because of the weather. And I figured, okay, fuck it, I'll go there. But also because I had been there and it was familiar, so it felt easier than like, oh, maybe I should go to San Francisco. I've never been there, I should go. That would felt a little too crazy. So I went there. And then after a while, I thought, oh, I gotta get out of here. I had a desire to make tattoos since I was, I don't know, like maybe 15? And I remember it surfacing again maybe when I was 19 to 20 years old. It surfaced again, and I thought, I'm gonna do it, and I had no idea. I had no idea how to do it. It was like, almost as hard as figuring out how to get to the moon. There's gonna be some gems in here. This is some early shit right here. Oh shit, graffitis. This is like 90, oh my God, I don't even know what. God, this stuff is terrible. Stuff is just terrible. Oof. Oh shit, first portrait I ever did. What?
You in Arizona?
Yep. I didn't get very many tattoos at first because I didn't have any money. And I knew the kind of work I wanted to get, and I couldn't afford it. So I waited until I got some money, and I got tattoos that I wanted. I got tattooed by Marcus and Guy Aitchison, and Eddie Deutsch, and Aaron Kane, and those are the people I was getting tattooed by early. Yeah, I got tattooed by Marcus in '93. I came to SF. This is maybe the second time I'd been to San Francisco. Marcus Pacheco was a huge influence on me. And he was one of the reasons I wanted to start tattooing anyway. I've seen all his work in Tat Mags.
Marcus Pacheco owned Primal Urge.
He owned Primal Urge, yeah. Yeah, he did.
And that was what was that?
It was a tattoo shop, actually. They made tattoos there back in the day.
What was it like?
It was in San Francisco,
Known for
California.
Like traditional sailor tattoos?
Yep. No, they weren't known for fucking, oh shit the bed. They were not known for sailor tats. They were known for very progressive tattooing at the time. Very, very progressive tattooing. They were doing stuff that really hadn't been tried in tattooing. If it had been, it would only in really small increments and in a kind of unheralded way, if you will.
For sure, it was like a very exciting time period for San Francisco. It seemed like it was about a new phase was about to explode. I had a stack of magazines back in the early 90s and just filled with so much garbage, so much awful work, but there was some good stuff too, and I figured obviously I'll just take all the good stuff out, put it all in a book. So yeah, Marcus was doing all these really interesting tattoos, very painterly. Just very unique for the time. He's really pioneering that sort of idea that you could do more with it than just outline and shade. And just things that nobody else was doing. Just very complicated work, very painterly. I definitely responded to that really early on, and so did Grime.
For me, it was so attractive and creative, and his stuff was also technically always super solid and super, perfect, basically, that it was a big draw, when you saw something that was executed so well. It's just really attractive, my eyes really liked it, I was like really drawn toward it. Marcus is a man, he taught me a ton of things. I definitely wouldn't be the tattooer I am if it wasn't for Marcus, like 100%. Well, we worked together a few different times, you know.
In my mind, his, life started when he moved to San Francisco to work at Primal Urge. I can remember him being kind of quiet back then, actually. I didn't get a real sense of his personality when I first met him. I think he was just really involved in getting set up in San Francisco.
I was just focused on learning how to tattoo. There was no time to express myself. I was too busy studying tattooing. Yeah, I was just drawing and looking at stuff and thinking about tattooing.
I know he was learning a lot from Marcus. Marcus was like the biggest influence on my work, and at the time the biggest idol and all this stuff. So I really wanted to get tattooed actually from Marcus. I don't know, I tried kind of hard, but it would never happen. So I needed to get tattooed, so I was like, fuck it. If this guy doesn't tattoo me, I'll just get from this guy Grime, because he looks pretty good. This is supposed to be like a zombie chick or whatever. I was like 20 years old or something, so. On this one, I didn't say anything. I was like, just draw me some sick, I don't fucking know.
His style of tattooing was way more exaggerated than it is now. I mean, every detail you could put into a tattoo, he was doing more than that.
I don't think I suffered for too long in the beginning of tattooing. I think I did pretty well with the technical side, but then it takes forever to get a vision,
He was just trying everything. Grime had a huge buzz. His work was immediately so unique that everybody immediately noticed. And that was back in the day when if you had a magazine article in International Tattoo Art or whatever, it would get you noticed in the industry. Now there's so many magazines and no one notices if you have an article anymore. But back then that was a big deal. And that kind of solidified his status in the San Francisco scene.
Oh look, it wasn't a magazine. Look, it's so flashy.
So at the time, what did you think when you finished that tattoo?
I was psyched. So were a lot of the people. So were a lot of other people. So were a lot of other people. All right. I think we're done. I don't think there's anything extra special in here. I don't know what else is down here, dude. I don't have anything. Look at me, I can't even go out. You guys fucking keep me in.
We're gonna go get ice cream.
We good?
Yeah, we're good in here.
You done?
No, we're not.
Make you
done.
happy?
We are not done.
Does that make you happy?
I'm almost happy. A little bit.